It's monster project time again. I'm either doing a fix, a modification, or just plain maintenance. But if you're wondering why I'm doing it myself instead of getting a dealer, click on the card. It'll take you to a video or explain why I'm doing it myself. I don't have a choice. I'll also have the a link in the description as well, so you can check it out and find out what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. Hey folks. Oh. I'm exhausted. I went for a drive. I guess I can't say last night anymore because it's morning now. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning, so it's been more than 24 hours. So not last night, but the night before, I went for a drive. And I've been doing a lot of night driving. That's the time I'm usually going to bed. And I get up so late, I don't get anything done in the daytime. Phone calls I need to make, stuff like that. So I've been going out for night drives and enjoying them. I shared one with you. Not impressive. I got a question. Why did I stop? My night videos showing them at regular speed, I don't need any kind of image stabilization on them or anything, so I don't look at them. I just put the files together, render it. So I knew there were things I wanted to say when I got to my brakes, so I put text there. I completely forgot that was there. So after I sort of kind of repaired my back wheel, while I was out, I went around the corner, I started hearing that quacking noise again. So I thought maybe my back wheel was coming loose, so I tightened it up. Tried to tighten it up, it was already tight, so it's not the issue. That's what I was doing there. I completely forgot that was there. I would have put text there. Or at least, cut it so it wasn't so long. So, but anyways, I went out a couple nights ago, went out for a nice drive. And Monster's acting up again. Oh, okay, it's almost 6 o'clock now. It was 5 o'clock when I was heading out. So I'm having that issue with the plug, error code 7, just shutting down whenever it feels like it. I have days when I go out, if I do go out in the afternoon, I'll go out, I won't have any issues whatsoever. Next day I go out, it's like error after error after error. It's really annoying. Well, when I went out that night, the first thing I do is go to Timmy's, grab my coffee, and 3/4 way across the road, it stops. Good thing nothing, well, there was a car coming, but it was far enough away, it didn't matter. So, okay, so now it's getting to be dangerous. So I grabbed my coffee, started heading up the highway, and just again and again and again, it was just, I stopped first. When I first pulled out of Timmy's, I stopped and just kind of pried my fingers underneath the top panel here, just wiggle the plug to make sure it's getting good contact. Yeah, didn't help. I'm not sure how many times going down the highway. Problem is, when I'm on the highway heading towards traffic on the opposite side of the road, I have to have lights on for the cars to see me. My regular lights are not working, so I have to use my spotlights, and when there's a car coming towards me, I turn them off. Well, unless they're on the other side of the road, but if I'm on the same side of the road as the car's coming towards me, I have to turn them off so I don't blind people, which means I have no lights whatsoever. So, that's not good. So after I got off the highway, it happened again, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to do a little harder attempt at getting that plug to stay connected. Oh, I'm sweating now. So, my train of thought just derailed. So I kind of stopped on the sidewalk, shut everything down, pulled out my flashlight and disconnected the panel completely so I could move it over and get my hands in there a lot easier. From what I could see with my flashlight at night underneath there without getting a good look at it, it looks like the plug's okay. So it may just be, if I remember correctly, it's not tight fitting, so it might just be corroded terminals. So if I take it apart and clean it up, it should be okay. But the point is, I can't do that yet. So I continued on my route, and from that point on, I was able to drive with my lights on and not have an issue for several blocks, and then it happened again. So basically right now I can't drive with the Monster's lights on, like the actual headlights, factory lights, which is fine because, like I say, I use these others, but you know, without them on, the only thing I have are my two little headlights at the bottom. But I can't see my display, and there's really not a lot there I need to see anyways, because my speedometer cable I haven't replaced yet. I probably never will. So, you know, I don't have to see the odometer. I don't need to see the speed. But I do like to keep an eye on my battery meter, because, you know, there are times it just seems to go down faster than other times. I just kind of want to keep an eye on that, especially when I'm out at night, because it's cooler, temperature's cooler, so the batteries drain faster. So, driving without lights, and probably 3/4 of the way through my tour, I started hearing this weird noise. I'm thinking, what the heck? Flat tire. So I now have 2 flat tires. Right front has been flat for a while, but the leak is really, really slow. And when I go out to do my tour, 75-foot pumps fill it up, and it lasts till I get back home. So that's what I've been doing. Every time I go out, I have to put air in that tire. So that's fine. But this one, it's completely flat. It went down pretty quick, I don't know. But because the bearings and everything being messed up, it's worn down. It's really, really thin. Like, I can push on it with my finger and it feels like a rubber balloon. So there's no point in putting a new tube in it, because it's just going to happen again. So I think it's time to order my parts. I finished my tour anyways. I said I don't care what happens to the tire, because I need new ones anyways. These ones are garbage. They're worn really, really bad. Especially that one, because that's the one that's been sliding all over. So I woke up really late yesterday. I can't do any work out here at night because I can't make any noise. I prefer to work out here in the daytime anyways, because then I got lights coming in from the window and the door and that. And it's just easier. Plus, before I can do anything, I have to clean up the garage, which means I have to take the Monster outside. I don't want to leave it outside in the dark. I suppose it's possible. My new scooter, I'll probably have to put it outside too. I don't know. So I determined last night, because I didn't get anything done yesterday at all. So I tried to sleep as long as I could. The cat wouldn't allow that. So I was up for a few hours and I went back to sleep. Probably another couple hours. And I've been up since 11 o'clock p.m., I think. Okay, so I've been up for 7 hours already. No wonder I'm so zonked. But I had to come out and do something. I didn't want to come out too early, because, you know, I want time for, you know, to get everything. Because there's stuff I can do here I don't need to make noise with. Yeah. Not that it matters. I mean, the neighbors make enough noise themselves in the middle of the night, but I don't do that. So I just prefer to do everything in the daytime. If I lived out in the country, I'd be out here 2 or 3 in the morning every morning doing work. It wouldn't bother me at all. But the issue I have right now is my illness is so bad now I just... Do you remember when I did the bearings in the springtime? That's all I've done. Aside from, trying to fix that stupid thing. The last update that I did where I was explaining everything I did, that's all I've done. I haven't done anything. No maintenance whatsoever on the monster. It's been great all summer. Aside from being noisy in the daytime and quiet at night, it hasn't been an issue. Until that back wheel came loose. But it's time. I can't drive it now. At this very moment, I have nothing that I can drive. I can... Actually, I don't even think... No, I don't have any front tires at all. Yes, I do. I have one. So if I need to, I can change that and put a tube in it. But there's no point in that because I can't trust the monster to keep running all the way across the road. It's too dangerous to... Especially the main road down here. Because I have to cross... They're putting a sidewalk in. It's all construction. From the ground to the curb is like that high, and then over the curb to the road, right? I can't climb that with the monster. So I have to cross the road to get on to Tim Hortons to cross over to McDonald's to get my coffee. But McDonald's, I go there in the daytime to get my coffee. I'm out at night, I go to Timmy's. Because there's no traffic at Timmy's. I don't have to worry about, not being able to get onto the wheelchair ramp. So that's the way I do that. But to go to McDonald's and then cross the road a third time to go do my tour. So I'm crossing the road 3 times, and that's 3 chances for the monster to stop in the middle of the road, right? And it's a busy road. So that's not good. So I'm not driving the monster now. And I can't drive my new old scooter yet because I gotta change the seat. I can't just take the seat off the ES950 and put it on here because the seat post is different. It's backwards. The seat itself has the post, whereas the ES950, the seat has the hole. So they're backwards. So I'm going to... I hope they're universal. I could take the post off the ES950 itself and see if I can put it in here, take the receiver post that the seat hooks into. Hopefully they're universal and it'll fit this, and then I won't have to change anything on the bottom of the seats because that'll be... I have a feeling the ES950 underneath the seat's pretty rusty. Like even underneath the monster, under the seat, it's pretty rusty under there. So, gotta do that. The first thing I have to do, I have to clean the garage up so I have room to do something. And I will show you what I'm gonna do. I don't know how much I'm gonna get done today, but I'll show you what it is I'm planning on doing. So I have a parts list for the monster. 4 ball joints, 2 front tires. I'm going to go with the street tires again because they last longer. I think they're a harder rubber than the off-road tires are. The off-road tires wear down so fast. They look nicer and they're better in the snow, but they wear down way too fast. So I'm going to get 2 front tires, 4 ball joints, 2 rear hubs, and a new transaxle motor slash brake combo. Because even if I just get new hubs, the splines on the axle itself are worn out. Like I said, every 2 years, right? Oh. Wait a minute. I might not have to. I know where it is. It's buried in the house. My big Rubbermaid tub that I put on my bike trailer to carry stuff, it's in the house. It's in that, and Zach's got all his crap piled on top of it. My first transaxle from the monster, first time I changed it, there was nothing wrong with it. It was leaking grease, so I was getting a natural gas smell, but there's nothing wrong with it. The issue I had then was the motor. So I still have that transaxle. I might try that, but I definitely need 2 new. I'll get 2 new hubs first. I have my last transaxle here too, but it's got a problem. I think it's a spun bearing. Something inside is jamming. That was kind of a combo. I had issues with the motor as well with that, so both of those are no good. But I can take them apart and try to change. I've never taken one apart, I'm afraid to. I've seen other things come apart, and springs and stuff, gears that just are supposed to be in. If something falls out when I open it up, I'm not going to know where it came from. I'm not going to be able to put it back together. I don't want to take that chance. And this one here, my last one with the bed, what I'm assuming is a spun bearing, I did want to take it apart at one time just to see what it looks like inside, to see if I can change, because I can technically take one of those axles out. The one on the right is no good, because that's the one the splines wore off on the first time. That was the right hand side. I'm pretty sure the left hand side was still good. But now that I think of it, the left hand side is the side I couldn't get the hub off of. So, I guess that's kind of pointless. So my first transaxle, there's no point in taking it apart because there's nothing wrong with it. So I can just take the monster's motor off of this one and put it on that one. We're good to go, right? But like I said, when I got the new transaxle, that's when I first moved in here, it arrived. And the first thing I noticed was the motor itself was a smaller diameter. So it's the same power, same wattage, but it was a smaller diameter. So I would assume it's going to be the same transaxle anyways. So the actual mounting plate might still be the same. I don't know. I'll find out. But before I can do anything, I have to clean this up. So, come out today, and before I started, I had a coffee, so I walked down to Timmy's. The actual walk wasn't too bad, but as soon as I got to Timmy's and stopped walking, that's when all the pain hit. It's like, oh my goodness. And it's like, oh great, I still gotta go home. But, that tends to be the case. Like, I walk a little bit, and I get really, really sore ankles. I have to stop. And after I rest, I'm usually good after that. So, but just standing, the motorcyclists come in ahead of me, and I had to wait for them. While I'm standing there, it hurts so much. Well, I don't know. I don't know how much I'm going to get done. I can't really put anything outside right now because it's raining. We had storms come through again. Not late last night, but last night, 8:30, 9 o'clock, something like that. And I only heard thunder once, and it was distant, but we had a lot of heavy rain. And when I walked to Timmy's, there's nothing on the radar right now, but it's really drizzly. I had a night like that. Oh, it was just absolutely beautiful. I went out I think it was the last storm system that came through. No, that was different. That was the night it actually started raining again during my break. Okay, so it's been since then. But we got rain anyways, whether it was a storm or not, I don't remember. And after it stopped raining, I went out because there's nothing on radar. And it was like a really heavy drizzle. It was absolutely beautiful. I loved it. I didn't want to go home. I finished my entire coffee, went back to Tim Hortons and got another one. I just sat and watched the traffic, sitting in. I loved it. That would have been an absolutely perfect night for me to be out on my bike. That's the kind of weather I like. I don't like heavy rain. It's okay if it's warm, but I prefer constant, consistent light rain. But the heavy drizzle, it was awesome. Absolutely loved it. Those are my favorite nights when I'm out. When we get that really heavy drizzle. Yeah, that was a van. That was weird. I think had an issue with his transmission there. But it was just absolutely beautiful. Tonight it's almost like a mist. It's really light drizzle. But if I could walk, I would be walking in this right now. Just enjoying it. But unfortunately, I can't put anything outside right now. I don't want to get everything wet. So I'm going to do what I can to start with. And I'll see if it stops raining at all. I don't know if we're supposed to get any actual rain today or not, but no. We'll see if it stops or not. So I'm going to sit here and take a break. Finish taking a break, I should say. And then I'll take the camera off the tripod here and show you what it is I plan on doing. I'm probably going to need both hands, so I guess I'll leave the camera on the tripod. I'll just move it so you can actually see what I'm doing. The first thing I want to point out is I found out some information about my scooter. One thing I discovered is 1700 DT. That's a model. It's actually a Fortress. And I thought originally Fortress was the brand name and 1700 DT was the model, kind of like the ES950 by Orthoquad. Well, this is a Fortress 1700 DT by Handy. Oh, I don't remember the actual name. I'll put it on the screen. I don't remember it, but it's actually a different brand. So the Fortress is actually part of the model name. Now, what I discovered when I was doing research originally is there's two. There's 1700 DT and there's the 1700 TA. 1700 TA has the transaxle. That means the DT does not. So DT stands for dual torque. Didn't know what that meant. I couldn't find any information whatsoever. Couldn't find any pictures. So one of my viewers, thank you very much, sent me a whole bunch of manuals that she just happened to have for it. And it turns out it's a chain drive. So it's not an exposed chain like a bicycle or a motorcycle. It's all enclosed. But it's a chain drive, and the axle, it's a straight axle. It's got the differential built right into the axle. So I've seen that. That was, I'm not sure what that was from. I had one when I was in Hanover. I gave it to Mateo because he liked tinkering with that stuff. I think it came with the house, so I don't really know what it was from. But this is the same thing. It's this straight bar axle, and it's got kind of a round part with a chain sprocket on it. If you know what I'm talking about, if you've ever seen anything like that. So this is actually a chain drive. That's kind of interesting. It's supposed to be reliable. So, but like I say, I gotta change the seat. But the first thing I gotta do is I gotta clean up. Actually, I'm gonna move my camera. Okay, I had to flip the switch or the screen around. So I gotta paint this downwards first. So I don't know if you can see that. I can't tell. My eyes are too blurry and I don't have any glasses whatsoever on at the moment. So whatever is getting into my garbage seems to have ceased. So I can put that all back in the bag, and put that on the side, get that all cleaned up. So this here, this is the shelf out of my bedroom. I'm going to set it up out here. If I can find it. sitting out here flat with no weight on. Everything seems to have straightened itself out. So the problem is, it gets so hot in my bedroom that all the plastic softened up and everything was it's like completely straight now. Well, there's a little bit of messed up on the end, but these were all twisting and the whole shelf was sliding sideways. And one night I started hearing this tick, tick, tick sound. It looked like it was going to collapse, so I in the middle of the night, emergency situation, I had to take all the heavy stuff off the shelf. And well, this part here was actually ripping, kind of like that. I think that's the ticking I was hearing. And I went to show this to Ken, and it just snapped right off, so yeah, the shelf was ready to collapse. It was that close. So I'm going to try to glue this back together. It shouldn't be too difficult. I'm going to put this part at the very top. And I'm not sure if I even need the top shelf on, so I might not even need to use this. Need it. So that is going to go right here beside my other shelf. I put a lot of stuff on that. And I've showed this before, I think. You might be able to see it, but I'll turn the camera anyways. This white cabinet here, Zach gave to me because he got some new stuff for his room and he didn't need that anymore. So originally I was going to put that over here. I was going to get one of those rolling carts with all the drawers in it to put all my tools in, and I was going to put that on top. But now that I have this shelf, I'm going to put the shelf there. And this I'm going to stick underneath there, take up all that excess space that doesn't need to be there. And I'm going to put my welder either on this shelf. I know it's not going to fit all the way in, but that's okay. Or beside it, one or the other, whatever I decide to do. So, this shelf here is probably the only thing I'm going to get done today. I doubt very much I'm going to have any energy once I finish cleaning stuff up. And it is still drizzling out, so I can't put any scooters outside, but I can push the monster ahead far enough that I can clean all this out, assemble the shelf, and then I can bring the monster back again. Like I said, that's just probably the only thing I'm going to get done today. I'll probably be better tomorrow because like I say, changing the sleeping pattern, my body does not like that, so I'm not doing too good physically at the moment. But we'll see what I can get done as far as that goes. As long as I get this shelf done, I got something done. I got something accomplished today. And something is better than nothing at all, right? So, yeah, I'm just going to leave the camera running here and just kind of, I don't know how much you're going to be able to see or not see. I can almost see the top of the ladder. So I guess we're good. So I'm going to start with cleaning up this garbage. This is the part of the axle that I need. And that's the one that's got the hub that I can't pull off. That I bent, beating the crap out of it with the hammer trying to get it off. So much for not making any noise. That's louder than I want it to be, so what I think I'm going to do is is I'm gonna put this together, and I'll just, next time I'm out here in the daytime, I'll pound it down, make sure everything's nice and tight. Because that's making more noise than I want to make. I don't think I'm going to put the top one on. Not a whole lot I can get up there anyways, up that high. Okay, so, you can see how the shelves are all messed up. At least it's straight up. All the pillars have straightened themselves out. They're not bent anymore, but except for this one. Okay, the tip of it's kind of messed up. But some of them are kind of messed up on the inside, so the next one up won't go inside it. But I don't think I'm gonna need them. I can, one that's in my bedroom, I have a couple platforms that I didn't use off of it yet, so I can add this. I can almost make a third shelf if I wanted to. I got no room out here. This space here is supposed to be for Zach, so I can't put anything in there. I guess that's good enough. I might just put the welder just like right beside it. Only problem I see here is my winch. I take the seat off the monster, I have to move it over there. I can't put it over here in the corner where it was. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. It depends on how much stuff Zach's got over there. I don't know. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. Right there. Yeah, I gotta figure out a better base for this. Something a little more sturdy. Hey, where do you think you're going? Get back here. Oh, goodness. I don't want those sticking out. I might just screw those two together so it's one solid piece. I don't think I have any 2x4 pieces. I might have something back there. I don't know. But that's good enough for me. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So next time I'm out here in the daytime, I'll pound that down, make sure it's good and solid. Oh, excuse me. Where's my jack? I saw the title yesterday from, you're not even recording. Hey, sure. You can barely see the red dot. I saw a title, a Weather Network video yesterday. Where are the 30-degree temperatures in August? Or this August or something like that. I'm thinking, August? We haven't seen those since May. This summer's absolutely sucked for me. I know people don't like it when it's hot. We've been getting low to mid 20s, mostly low 20s. All summer. I get the occasional day or two where it comes close. I think 28, 29. As far as I've been watching, I have not seen one single 30-degree temperature this year since May or early June, whenever it was that we got it. Not once. So this year has been a bust for me because I love it when it's above 30. 30 degrees Celsius is 86 Fahrenheit. For those who don't know, I'm so jealous the States is getting all these hot temperatures. Whoa. And even out in the West Coast in British Columbia, they're getting all the hot temperatures. Not us, they're all bypassing us. Put all the heavy stuff on the bottom. The good news is, we haven't had any bad storms this year. We've been lucky. It's not like the storms aren't happening, they're just not happening here. Like I said before, we went 7 months without a thunderstorm. That was, I think that was July when I posted that video, and we finally got our first thunderstorm in 7 months. We've had storms come through since then, but nothing major. All the really bad stuff is passing us. The last storm system, like bad storm system that went through, Windsor got a tornado. Somewhere else in Essex County got a tornado, same day simultaneously. Nothing here. Absolutely nothing here. So the pattern I'm seeing this year is the storms are coming towards us, a cold front or something, which brings a line of storms. And they cross the lake, they either fizzle out, or they split and go around us and then reform after they passed, or the storms form after they've already passed us. So we've been lucky that way. I got no complaints about that. But I want those hot temperatures. I was really hoping for a nice hot summer this year. It hasn't happened. That's all I'm going to do for now. I don't have anything left. I got nothing left. I don't want to put too much weight on that yet anyways until I get that base figured out. I put the ladder back. Bring the monster back. That in there for now. I'll try to stay. Oh. Like I said, try to stay awake as long as I can. And then hopefully sleep as long as I can. Not hopefully, but hopefully long enough. So I can be up in the morning tomorrow a little more well rested and a little more energy. And then I'll do some more. I have to finish because I can't even get the ES950 out right now. It's buried. So I'll try to get that shelf underneath the rack. And that'll open up the floor. And then I can start fixing things and get mobile again. So as it stands right now, I have to go down to the grocery store. I'm not even sure what time they open. 7 o'clock now. I don't think they open that early. I suppose I can Google it. Not like their website's always correct anyway. But I'll see what time they open. If they open at 7, like I said, I doubt I gotta walk down there again. And then it's no big deal because that'll mess me up. Oh, as I said, because I'm going to bed anyways, but I can't because I gotta stay up as long as I can. Oh, I don't know. I'll figure something out. But unfortunately, this is how this summer has been for me. It's like I have no energy to do anything. I've had no desire to come out here and do any work on the monster. Thankfully, it's been good all summer. It's been nice. No issues whatsoever other than, what I've already talked about. But nothing to where I had to take it off the road to fix it. Nothing like that at all. These two front flat tires are my first flat tires of the year. So I haven't even had a flat tire to change. And I've had nothing to do. Absolutely nothing that had to be done. And I'm kind of happy about that. But I do want to explore. Find out why the seat's rocking. It kind of feels like, okay, that's the back, but the actual seat part's moving too. I have a feeling it's just play in the seat post. I'm hoping. I don't remember that being there before. I hope it's nothing major. I don't have a lot of stress on this seat like I did on the ES950 because the ES950, I got the post and I had the seat back far because of my long legs, and I had the seat reclined, so I had a lot of force on it, which caused the mounting plate to rip. And also I had to replace the seat post, like the part that goes into the scooter that holds the seat. I had to replace it because it started ripping. So there was a lot of leverage, a lot of force on that. I don't have that with the Monster. This one's more centered, not as much stress on it. Plus with the soft suspension, anytime I hit a bump, it absorbs a lot of it, so the seat's not, taking up that blast from my weight. So, I don't know what else to say. I guess I'm done out here for today. I don't want to be, there's so much I need to do, but I got something done. I got something accomplished today. That's more I've been getting done. So, it's still drizzling, I can see it. It almost looks like snow. I know it's not. It's like 14 degrees right now. I'm gonna need to put my jacket on because I'm sweating now, so I'm gonna start to get a little bit chilled. So I guess that's all I got for now. Not exactly a monster maintenance video, but I have to start get things cleaned up so I can actually do something. And I can't keep putting it off, because the longer I put it off, the longer I'm gonna be without transportation. So, got to be done. I guess that's it. Hopefully, I'll have another video out soon. I haven't been doing anything with that either. I've been doing absolutely nothing. I gave up on everything. I just gave up. So, I'm not specifically making videos anymore. It's just if there's something to do like I'm doing right now, then I got something to work on, but I'm not specifically going out to make videos right now. And I will explain that eventually. It's coming. That's all I got for today.